talking. All right, so this is what we're talking. This is our chat for today. All right, so this is the real YouTube video. Tune in Tokyo, dude. Grab those nips and just twist to get to the right station. All right, we are going to talk about Jett. This is a little bit branched off of further and a little bit more in depth about like what I previously talked about, what I was mentioning earlier on stream. Just it's a little bit about practice, and this the video is going to be titled "Why You Suck at Jett." So this is going to be about why you suck at Jett, because a lot of people suck at Jett, and I've noticed this because I played a lot of Jett. I was a Jett main through the beta. I was a Jett main in the beginning of the season. I was playing Jett. She's my side hoe. I played Jett before I played Omen. Omen is my new main just sheerly because
who am I kidding?
Realistically, he's a better character than Jett, honestly.
My ult's ready.
He is absolutely a better character than Jett in every way. I think Omen is the best character in the game. If you're playing and you got a shitty smoker, you don't have a brimstone, or you have a garbage brimstone, and he's just like dropping his smokes like, dude, I smoked the site. You did nothing. I can take care of that. If we have a Phoenix who's big pussy, is afraid to go in, I got a huge blind, probably the best blind in the game. I can take care of that. If we don't have a lurk, Omen can still smoke for the team while lurking. That's fantastic. Gotta love Omen. He can do everything. He's great at everything. He's master of nothing. But he's good at everything. And as long as you are good at the character, then you can fucking carry, dude. So I like that I can fill in any role. But enough about Omen. I am going to talk to you about Jett. And I have watched a lot of videos about Jett, and I've noticed a couple things that they don't even talk about at all. So, what are we going to talk about with Jett? What is there to talk? What else is there to talk about, Miles? What else could you say about Jett that hasn't been said in every other video? Well, there's one little thing that I noticed that isn't said. For one, it's how much practice Jett requires. You know how people will go into these custom games just like right here, these little custom games that I'm doing right now, and they'll be doing their lineups, and they'll be like, I'm going to line up here. I'm just going to line up with over here. I'm going to look at this, and I put this icon on there, and I charge up to 2 bars, and you know all those Sovas. You've seen the Sovas doing that, right? Right. Yeah, right. We've all seen those Sovas. You got to do that with Jett too, brother. Sorry. You don't need to do it that accurately, but you got to get a feel for it. If I'm going to come onto this site, why would I do this and die? Look how long I just stood there and possibly died. If I'm playing Jett, man, I am going to peek this angle, throw a smoke, push up, and then I'm going to throw a smoke into heaven. Boom. I didn't look. I know that if I throw in a curve and throw my mouse and look at about here, because as well as the map, you can use pings, by the way, to help you big time. This is how I learned initially. Throwing a ping, go whoop, and then aim at the ping. Didn't turn soon enough, but it's a good way to help. There you go. Sometimes, because it's coming out from the side, you probably want to aim a little before. I don't use the pings anymore, so I don't really remember how to go around them, but it takes practice. That's pretty much what you got to do. You pretty much have to spam your matches, spam the lineups, and you want to be able to land those abilities. You can do it like a little easier. You can like stand back and do it like that and like half peek, but that's a little bit more dangerous. But I mean, it's a little easier, right? Whatever gets it down quickest. Like, you want to clear those sites, push in as fast as you can, use her smokes to push into the site. Cover your back while you're clearing these angles in case they pushed up to bathrooms. Check your angles. You want to be quick. You want to be fast. And you want to practice the smokes. You need to practice constantly. You need to play Jett a lot. But there's one other thing. The main topic of this video that people don't seem to talk about with Jett. And it's my favorite thing about Jett. And no, it's not her anti-trade. No, it's one of the things I like about Omen, but Jett does it so much better, and that is one-ways. One-ways fucking everywhere. and it's great. You can make a one-way on any surface, anywhere, any door. Doesn't matter. You can make a one-way with Jett because her smokes stick to walls, and that is the best part about her. If I am going to peek the dude who you know is opping in heaven, if I put the smoke up here, one way. If I am going to be holding this angle here defensively, one way. It's insane. She's dumb. Like, Brim and Omen have to put their smoke up here. I can do this. One way. And I can use that and push up and hold really aggressively. One way. It's insane. As long as you are farther away from the smoke than they are, especially when you're putting it in a tiny corridor like this, where they have to be close to the smoke and they're not going to see, or you're putting it in a door frame that's by a small hall where they can't like tuck themselves back there. That still won't really work. That gives you a one-way. Peek at this angle, throw one-way. It's just insane. Jett can do one-ways anywhere. So as you saw, you can get a one-way here. You can get one-ways on here for attack. Those are great one-ways for attack. That's a great one-way for defense. Let's switch. We got those. We saw those two one-ways there for attack. Let's go over to the other side of the map. Let's just glitch our way through really hard. And now we're here. Where else can we do some one-ways? Well, you can just drop them on the side here, one-ways. It's not as good there, but you can also, while holding here, one way. You can also do that while you're holding from this side. It's the same thing. One way. It's fucking stupid. She's dumb. If you don't understand the power of one-ways, go watch my brother Dixon. He is, I think it's Dixun on YouTube. Go check him out. He is a Viper God. Holy shit. Go watch Mopork for Omen shit. I'm trying to be better. I've learned a lot from him. I'm trying to be better than everyone, but I can't deny that Omen is actually insane, and he knows and has learned the one-ways on every map. He literally sits in custom games for even longer than I do and practices one-ways. I only did it for Jett. I don't do it as much for Omen. I just kind of check him as I go and learn him in game. But he is insane. He takes the time to learn every location for everything that you can do. You got another one-way right in here as well. If you're holding in here, one way. Not as good there, but you got it a little higher up. All you got to do is just figure out the positioning of where you need to aim your crosshair. That's a one-way if they're pushing up. If that's the better part too, is her one-ways are so fast and they open up so fast. Everything Jett does is so fast, you can do reactionary one-ways, which is something the other guys can't do. Omen smoke, he has to go into his weird dark zone. He's got to aim, throw the smoke, wait for it to travel, hit the location, put the mark, then appear. Takes forever. Jett, oh, I hear them walking. One way. They're dead. Even now, if you really want, you could do this and throw the one way like this and just spray them down immediately at a spawn. Like, you can do that. It's a little more risky, but it's possible. And that's another thing, too, is you can do it while attacking, too. Like, there's a lot of things you can do. If you're just peeking this angle, you can smoke this off completely, smoke that off completely, and put a one-way here. And then you peek this angle and let your teammate push and clear here, and you clear and push this. It's better to push once your smoke is faded. But you can peek the angle with the one-way and then push up and clear the area. Jett is fucking phenomenal at attack. She's phenomenal in every position. She's just probably the best, one of the best agents in the game. She's incredibly talented. You just got to learn and put the time in. You're not putting enough time in. I can guarantee you're not putting enough time in. In the beta, it started when I was in quarantine. So I sat in the training room after learning that people were doing that for Sova. I was like, I'm going to do that for Jett. I'm going to be a Jett one-trick. That's my goal, to be a filthy Jett player. So I did it. I just played nothing but Jett constantly. There's another thing you got to do. We're going to go into the training range, and you need to practice her ult. Because in this game, you are going to be doing a lot of standing and shooting. But guess what? With Jett's ult, you don't have to stand and shoot. Jett's ult is perfect accuracy 24/7. It is always perfectly accurate, but you only got 5 shots. So make sure you make her shots count. So you're going to start it, and you're going to try to do the training range while moving. very difficult to do it, because especially me as well. I haven't been playing Jett. You got to keep moving. And even throw in jumps. That's why actually I recommend doing it. In practice mode here, I will do this thing, and I will get used to doing things like dashing and then aiming. And as well as how to do dash and up and make sure you get a good right click. It's a lot harder now because her right click was severely nerfed, but you got to make sure you're close and get the right click. Her right click is pretty much only useful at this range now since it's been nerfed, but it's very good. And you also need to practice your micro flicks. You need to learn to flick to a target, but when you flick to the target, if you miss, you need to learn to quickly micro adjust with your hands and fingers. I'm an arm aimer. I use my full arm to aim, but I make adjustments with my wrist and my fingers. You need to make those small adjustments. You need to flick to the target and readjust and then fire. Very difficult. Jett is incredibly hard. She's like Yasuo in fucking League of Legends. She's very high skill, higher reward. She's like Wraith in Apex. You need to be willing to put in the time to play her a shit ton to get better at her. And if you're not putting in your time, you will never get good at her. Let's go take a look at another map. There's another map that I know is fantastic and that I know a lot of you guys struggle with, and that's Split. Guess who happens to just straight fuck on Split? Jett fucks. Jett fucks hard on Split. Because Split is a lot of elevation.
Let's go.
Well, guess what? She has a jump. She has her one-ways. Where is the worst place to be upped and the most common up place on Split? We all know it. Right there. It's right here. I can't see my mouse moving. All right, wait till the map loads. I'll show you where it is. It's the vents, the little vent door. Everyone there. Your internet disconnected about the tips and tricks to get better, dude? Well, perfect timing, dude, because I'm talking about Jett and how to get better with her. I actually decided I was going to pull back on this and talk about you're a Jett main, dude. That's perfect. That's actually perfect. Also a Reyna main. Don't be a Reyna main. Trust me. No one likes Reyna. So one of the maps I see that people struggle with the most with on Jett is, well, they struggle in general with on every character really, but like is this peak. Everyone peaks this shit. You peek it here, you wide swing it here, and you're gonna get your ass opped. Well, guess what, dude? The power of Jett. Like I said, dude, one-ways everywhere. Let me hear it from the boys in the back. One-ways everywhere. You want a one-way? You got it. You want it there? Sure, you got it. You want it over here? You got a one-way, dude. Guess what? And like I said, control those smokes. Learn those lineups so you don't have to peek. That op's not going to shoot me if I do this. Close enough.
Blocking sight.
Aim a little lower. There you go. That's a one-way. Didn't have to peek it. She's not going to be able to shoot you there. And guess what? Another thing, like I said earlier about pings, learn to use your pings. Get into a safe position. We know someone could tuck themselves in this corner, ping where they are, wall bang and headshot height. Get free kills. Learn. Do that shit properly. Throw your smokes. Learn to get one-ways. There's a one-way here is one for sure. I know you can get. You got to aim a little higher. They're hard. They're very hard. They're one of the hardest things to learn with Jett, honestly. So another one is that you can do a one-way even from up here if you throw it, I believe, high enough. You can do it from up there, and you can just aim. How the fuck aren't you immortal with all this info? Well, first off, getting to immortal takes a lot of time, unless you are a cracked god. But every door is a one-way. Not so much this door. I think if you're on the same, it's because of that elevation change. But you can get a one-way literally everywhere. That's another one too. Is you do box hangs with Omen smokes. You can do that with Jett smokes and get one-ways by doing this and peek this angle like that. So if they want to swing you, they're either gonna have to sit in this hole and let you clear these angles and push out of sight and make some progress.
Blocking sight.
And start doing things, or they have to swing you and face your one-way and die. Because they don't know how many people. You could have an entire team of 3 people come out here, and because they waited because of your one-way. You got value out of that, and that's another thing that people don't understand is value is something that people misinterpret. I got him to hold... I hucked that smoke to China, but no... If you can get someone to not move out of position, or you can get someone to move out of their position, or you can get info, or you can deny info, or you can get someone thinking, you getting value. One of the things, it's actually something we see a lot in pro play. I believe it was Dapper who was doing this. He plays Cypher, and Dapper is fucking insane. So one of the things that Dapper does with Cypher, every single round, he will sit up here. He will drop his camera up here, and he will check every round, and then he will throw a cage, and he'll block this area every round. And so the guy who's holding back here now has to sit here. He doesn't know if Dapper crossed over here. He doesn't know if, yeah, I know you can switch, but see, the thing is this applies to Jett too. Regardless, is they don't know if I crossed here. I mean, they could have someone holding here, but that's the thing, is I don't even have to risk that. I know they could have someone there. I could literally toss the smoke here, and now people on that site have to think. They have to waste their attention, their mental resources, and they have to be like, okay, even if I just do this and I immediately just book tits out of here, obviously I'm not going to dash because it gives away too much sound, but if I go to mid now and push mid, I have potentially kept someone on A when none of us are on A. I threw one smoke and got someone to stay on A when they didn't need to be there. And now they're going to late rotate. Either their team is going to have to wait for them to engage, and that means, well, you're coming late, and you're shit out of luck, man, and we're going to have to play. You're going to have to play retake, and we got a good post position. That's awesome. One smoke can get you that. Obviously, you're going to use more abilities throughout the rest of this map, and your teammates are going to use abilities. But think about the amount of value you get from a single ability, and that's fucking powerful.
Blocking sight.
It's another one-way, by the way. They can't walk through there if they do, and they're dumb enough. See, like that's the thing, is if I push a smoke here, he can push this. Anyone can push this smoke. Phoenix can pop flash out of it. The pop flashes from Phoenix don't work as well against the upper smokes, and you can see their feet. It's guaranteed to stop someone from pushing through it. Regular smokes, because they're dome-shaped, your head and your vision will be coming out first before your full body is obscured. You will get vision faster. Not with a one-way. You can see their feet, and you just spray their head. You always just hold it head level.
Blocking sight.
You can drop down here. One-ways are incredibly powerful, and Jett has so many of them. So get out there, practice. Practice, practice, practice. Sit and learn to land your abilities without looking. If you want to smoke heaven, you want to be able to throw it, and you have to be fast with the mouse. But that's a decent amount of obscurity, actually. That leaves you with only one angle to check. And you can push in and plant the bomb. You need to learn to... about to get you into plat, dude. I want to see you in plat, dog. You need to get there. You need to learn to play smart, be aggressive as Jett. Take the time. Like, that's one of the things I was telling you about practicing her abilities there. You want to throw a safe smoke into heaven. Like, even that I fucked the smoke up, still obscures it. And you want to be fast. Like, I was practicing the dashing. You want to dash and then up and maybe try to get if there's someone hiding here. You want to do the dashes fast. And you want to be fast with everything. That's why you need to practice. Go to the bots, because think about this. The more you practice in-game in terms for mechanics, you want to practice mechanics in aim trainers and in the training room. Mechanics are something that is improved with repetition. The more you repeat something, the faster the synapses in your brain will be able to repeat that action, because your brain knows to do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Your brain will start to make the connections shorter. It's like, okay, I know I need to send electrical signals in this way to cause my brain to do this swing. But you do it over and over and over and over and over again, and your brain's going to find a more efficient path to do that. And the time to do it will get shorter and shorter and shorter, and then it's less time for your brain. You know, when you see a guy here, your brain's like, instead of being like, okay, I saw him, I should turn and I should click on him, your brain sees a slight bit of movement and your body just goes, and they're dead. Like, it's time. That's why everyone who wants to get into the pro scene in Valorant, everyone who wants to get in the pro scene in CSGO, you know what they always tell you? Go get your 10,000 hours. And that's not an exaggeration. Go get your fucking 10,000 hours. Do you have your 10,000 hours? Because if you don't, go get them. Because I don't have 10,000 hours, and that's why I'm Plat 3. I might be able to get Diamond. I've got Diamond plenty of times. I might be able to get Immortal. Gonna have to get hundreds more hours to do so, because as long as I'm practicing, reviewing my info, learning and trying to improve and putting the effort in, that's the focus of this video right here, is put the effort in, motherfuckers. Put in work. You will improve. You will get better. You just need to grind hard and work hard and get good sleep, young ones. Sleep more. I don't sleep enough. I have work off tomorrow. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to sleep really hard, because when you put in practice, especially aim training, do that aim training right before bed, because it's just like studying before bed. Right before bed, 15 minutes is actually best for muscle memory retention, and you learn that from music class. That's actually something that is taught for musicians. 15 minutes is the optimal amount of practice time. If you do just 15 minutes of aim training a day, you will see improvement. Do 15 minutes every single day. Go get Kovacs, go get aim labs, do drills, 15 minutes a day, go to bed. 15 minutes, bed. 15 minutes, bed. Sleep for 7, 8 hours. If you're a kid, sleep for 8, 9 hours. Get a solid sleep and do it every day. I guarantee you will see results. Practice your lineups. Practice. Sweat your ass off, and you will fucking hit Immortal. You'll hit Radiant. That's the key to get there, dude. And that's why you suck at Jett. I don't suck at Jett. I have a pretty decent win rate on Jett. So, practice your ass off. Get good, and you'll become a better Jett player. I've rusted my Jett skills, but I still know how I got them, and they're still good. Okay? See, you thought you were plat worthy. No, see, dude, you can't think you need to be somewhere. You'll be there when you're ready. If you're in bronze, you ain't plat ready. If you're in silver, you ain't plat ready. If I go into a silver or bronze game, it's a joke for me. It's actually comical how easy it is. That's the skill difference. That's a mechanical difference. It's a skill difference. I will be in places that they're never going to expect me to be, and I will aim faster, because they're just running around with their crosshair on the ground, looking around like, and they have to take the time to see my feet and lift up and shoot, where my crosshair has already been on their head and clicked the button way before they even noticed me. That's the difference. Crosshair placement, get your 10,000 hours, practice. Practice, fucking practice. 10,000 hours is for like pro scene. Go get 10,000 hours if you want to get pro. Get like a couple hundred hours if you want to at least get the plat. It takes a couple hundred hours. I definitely got 300 hours in the beta. By now, now since I've gone back to work, I still probably have around, including my beta time, at least 1,000 hours on Valorant already. Easily. I put in at least 2 hours a day every single day. Save a couple days here and there. Most days that I have to play, I will play 7 to 10 hours a day. If I have a full day off and I'm not spending any time with my girlfriend, I'm playing 7 to 10 hours of Valorant. Play it. Play a lot. If you want to get good, you need to believe that you can do it. You can't be negative. Take everything in stride. Take every loss as a learning experience. Don't be pissed off when you lose a game. Don't be pissed off when you D-rank. Get better at Jett. Get better at Omen. Get better at Raze. Whoever the fuck you want to play. This doesn't just apply to Jett, but it kind of does. I mean, she's the most work. She's really fucking hard. Just like Sova. Like, you need to only play them. Like, when Ron Rambo Kim, he coached my friend Iman. And one of the things he said when Iman was telling him that he wanted to be a Sova main, he was like, oh, what characters do you look like you want to play? He's like, I want to play Sova. I want to play Viper. And then Ron replied with, okay, you're going to play Sova. You're not going to play Viper, because Sova needs to have an insane amount of time. Just like Jett, just like Viper, they need to have an insane amount of time, and you need to drill the muscle memory into your brain. And you can't do that with Sova and Viper and Jett. They're all intensive. It's just a waste of your time. Your curve, instead of spiking, your curve is going to slowly increase. It'll work. You'll do it, but your improvement on all three of those characters is going to be a small improvement on every character. Funnel your character pool down. Play some easier heroes. Why do you think I started playing Omen? Omen, to get effective value is a lot easier than Jett. I don't have to put as much time in to be good at Omen, but he also has the luxury, bonus watch, why I think he's the best, to be able to do amazing if I put in a lot more time. So I do put a lot of time into him, and I only play Omen now. If he's picked, I will play Jett every time. If Omen is picked, I insta-lock Jett. If it's not Omen, it's Jett. I'm going to be adding Skye to my pool afterward because I think she has a very high skill ceiling, and it'll be nice to have a healer. So I'll be having an entry, an initiator, and a controller all under my belt. And I think that's a good hero pool. And I think you should take some knowledge from that and work with it yourself and do what you may. And I say everyone do as you feel like you need to do, but take my advice in stride and apply it as you feel like you want to apply it. But there are things that I've proven results. I started this game at Bronze 1. Or what's the best in Bronze? Bronze 3 is the best. I started Bronze 1. The 4th lowest rank in the game. And I'm Plat 3 and can reach Diamond and have reached Diamond multiple times. And if I struggle and sweat hard enough, I probably could hit Immortal. I'm not going to say guaranteed. I probably could. I guaranteed I could if I put a lot more work in. But I don't have the time to do that. And there's no worry about saving the VOD, brother, because I'm putting this up on YouTube for you. I'm putting it up on YouTube for all of you. So, rudimentary, basic, and staple YouTube statement here at the end. Go subscribe to my YouTube. Hit like because it does that YouTube algorithm thing and it makes my video be seen by more people if you hit like. If you add it to your playlist or you favorite it, that actually adds it even further up and that boosts the algorithm even further. And then you share it, obviously that's going to do it. And if they do the same, that's algorithm. Apparently that's how YouTube works. Apparently you actually get more subscribers by telling people to subscribe. It's literally a mental thing. I didn't think about that. Didn't know that. Apparently it's a literal thing. So subscribe to it. Go to my Twitch where this is filmed live, and maybe you can get some questions in live on twitch.tv/abigcanoodle. In about 6 months or so, I'm going to be taking twitch.tv/canoodle. It's not there yet. The name has still been archived, but the guys contacted me, and I'm going to be just Canoodle, straight up. So sooner or later, there's been a little bit of a long VOD, but that's fine. There's a lot of information here for people to take and break down. So take with it as you will. Have a fantastic day. It's the end of the stream here, too. I got to go. Got to change Jeffy's water and give him a little bit of a snack. Have a fucking awesome day, guys. Peace out.